This is the Red Line Network.
What's going on, my little chickadees? It is Tuesday. That's right, we've got 4 days. I hear my sister's dingy dogs in the back. Hey! Little audience in the background over here. Welcome to another edition of our early evening sports with favorite to Ginch. I am said Ginch here on the Red Line Radio Network. So they're in the background. If you give me just a second here. Probably should have gone to a part of the house where the dog wouldn't be barking, but this is what he does. So you can just sort of like tune him out if you. We've got 4 days to the start of regular college football season. The Football Bowl subdivision. FCS starts on Thursday, so glad about that. But anywho, welcome to another edition here. Like I said, of early evening sports, but favorite to Ginch. Look, I find this comical. The Big Ten will not allow football players to return from the NFL. I don't want to hear shit like this anymore. I'm tired of it. I really am. The whole college football thing now, college athletics, this, that, and the other thing. Look, NIL, the transfer portal, you can't put the box back on Pandora's box. It's just asinine, stupid. All this stuff that's going on now, it takes away from the game. It takes away from the sport. Whether it's college football, college volleyball, college softball, college baseball, college basketball, I don't care. The shit's out of control. And to be quite honest with you, I'm sick of it. I hate talking about this shit. This is reported by ESPN News Services. The Big Ten has passed a rule that stops players returning from the NFL from playing for one of its schools. You should have thought about this shit before. All these different scenarios. You didn't think that something like this would come up? Any player who was declared for the NFL draft and did not withdraw, appeared on an NFL roster, or signed a contract with a pro league cannot be on a Big Ten roster. The league announced Tuesday in a statement. The Big Ten's athletic directors unanimously approved the rule, which then received unanimous approval later Tuesday from the conference's faculty athletic representatives, sources told ESPN's Pete Thamel. Now we're just going to make rules up and shit as we go. We don't like this. We're just going to make up a rule. We're just going to make shit up. We don't like this, so we're going to come up with a rule. We're going to vote on it. It's going to be unanimous. And this is, I'm so over this shit when it comes to semi-pro sports at the collegiate level. Any teams in violation of the rule would be subject to its head coach being suspended for 50% of its remaining games plus an undisclosed fine, the Big Ten confirmed. And then it's just a whole lot of gobbledygook. And this is all stemming from the fact that Quan Wright for the Browns didn't make the roster. And because of the ruling for the class of 2022, they get the fifth year of eligibility. He's going to come back. The NCAA said in a statement that court rulings that grant fifth-year eligibility are having a destabilizing effect on college sports. it is the egregious stupidity of everybody involved. Period. When you introduced NIL in the transfer portal, did you not think certain scenarios were going to come up? Did they not think this kind of shit was going to come up? And again, the article goes on. It's a lot of lawyer law psychobabble shit. But I'm tired of it. I am so tired of it. Here we go. If somebody's going to transfer, you get to transfer once. That's it. Somebody goes to Ohio State, they don't get playing time their freshman year. They get a limited amount of time playing in their sophomore year. You want to transfer? That's fine. Go ahead, transfer. But then you're done. You're done. NIL money. Said this before. Don't give it to them right away. Need to be in a program for maybe at least 2 years before you start seeing any of your NIL money. Maybe if that's the case, the player stays for 3 years and doesn't bolt for anywhere else. And again, I'm tired of it. I can't stand it anymore. My head wants to explode. They have taken a once fantastic product, and look, I'll be the first one to say, like all the illegal shit that they've done over the decades that didn't get reported, or programs that got busted, it's just legal now. But now we're finding illegals. Okay, we don't like that the NFL players who didn't make teams get a chance to come back for their 5th year based on what the court ruled. I don't want to hear it. Tough shit on the NCAA, tough shit on the ADs, tough shit on the presidents, tough shit on the commissioners. I just want to see football with all this extracurricular bullshit. I saw the video from earlier today. Jamar Chase for the Bengals. Looks like he hyperextended his knee. He says he's fine. Put up by Ben Baby, ESPN, who covers the Bengals. He went up for a pass. He went up for the catch, and he just sort of came down the wrong way, and his knee hyperextended. He had a little bit of help walking out the field. He said today, I was trying to go practice today. I was trying to get back in, y'all, I promise. So he said he was trying to return to practice. But it looks like, and look, hyperextended knees, the adrenaline's still flowing. You don't know the extent of the injury. A little bit of lighting. There we go. More stuff from the NFL reported by Tom Shad, ESPN. 49ers owner Jed York contacted prostitution ad 3 times before the arrest. In a report, officers with the Mahoney Valley Law Enforcement Task Force wrote that York identified himself as a man named Joe. In response to the ad, which was posted by an undercover officer posing as a woman on a known prostitution website. York contacted the undercover officer twice Saturday with no response before the undercover officer responded to a third message sent Sunday and offered to meet that morning in East Palestine, Ohio, according to the incident report. We all do stupid shit throughout our lives. This is bad. Hopefully, this will be a wake-up call that he needs help. Maybe he's just, like I said, maybe he's a sex addict. I don't know. Maybe he has a problem with that. And I hope that he gets the help that he needs with it. We've all made stupid mistakes. I'm not going to be the first one to cast a stone and judge. Again, I just hope that he gets the help that he needs. Lane Kiffin, go figure. He came out today and said that the conferences are using a double standard with the court orders. Lane Kiffin never one to shy away from saying stupid shit. He said he's not apologizing for LSU's decision to recruit tight end Daquan Wright to its roster after Wright was with the Cleveland Browns for the last couple of months. In fact, this is reported by David Hale for ESPN. He's pointing his finger back at the SEC and Big Ten for a moralistic double standard. So he's in the SEC, going to piss off a lot of people. Kiffin appeared on the Pat McAfee show, go figure, today, and the LSU coach took issue with statements from both the SEC and the Big Ten, suggesting players who spent time on NFL rosters should not be allowed to return to college football, despite a judge's injunction issued in Louisiana that made it possible for Wright and others to do just that. Here is what he said, quote unquote. Over 100 athletes in multiple sports were cleared and said you could go play. That's a court order, Kiffin said. If you think back on all the different court orders of great players that were granted, whether that's Diego Pavia or now Trinidad Chambliss, that were allowed to play a sixth year, we follow all court orders. I think you get into a really interesting situation as a conference if you're now saying, well, we're not going to follow the court order. These kids that a court says can go anywhere, we're going to say, no, you can't. Again, I am sick and tired of hearing about all this shit that goes on with college athletics. And again, it's semi-pro sports at the collegiate level. I am so tired of talking about stuff like this. When the focus should be on the game, it should be on the players. I don't want to hear out of the NCAA anymore, or the commissioners, or the presidents, or the ADs, that they give a rat's fuck about the players, because they don't. All this mumbo jumbo about the education and the college experience, stuff it. I'm tired of hearing it. They don't care. Period. Court rulings, injunctions, transfer portal, NIL, all this shit. It's just like with NASCAR. NASCAR had a fantastic product, and then they fucked around with it, and the average fan doesn't give a shit anymore. Period. With the whole playoff chase, and now they tinker with it, and the stage racing, all that shit. They have alienated the core fans. And all this, it's leading to, even if they got Congress involved, the NCAA, what the fuck are they going to do? You made the mess, all of them. The NCAA, commissioners, the ADs, the presidents, they've fucked this up. The Chicago Sky have banned Mr. Cantor Freedom from arena after clash with Natasha Cloud. I don't know why. He was just there rooting on the basketball team with the shirt. I guess people took offense to the shirt. She's the one who started chirping at him. Why is he getting banned? There were fans that came to his defense. She's the one that started it. Again, if I'd have been Natasha Cloud and I saw him sitting in the stands with the T-shirt, I would have laughed at him. I just would have smiled. Doesn't bother me. She took it upon herself to start chirping, but now he's getting banned. Sky owner Michael Alter, speaking to Chicago media Tuesday, said Cantor Freedom had begun to chirp and engage Cloud in what he believes was an effort to provoke her. Cloud has been a vocal supporter of LGBTQ rights. Yet, again, I said there were some fans that he was just cheering the team on. Now, what that all entails, I don't know. Alter said Cantor Freedom has demonstrated to us unequivocally that he has the potential to be a threat. Because he's wearing a T-shirt that you don't like? He is not able to control himself to the extent where we can be comfortable that he may step towards the court again and towards the players. Are you going to do that with everything? There were some fans that said to him that backed him up and said he was just there to cheer the team on. They didn't hear any egging going on. I don't know. Again, just scenarios like this. I just think it detracts from the overall equation, the overall aesthetic of the game, the overall meaning of the games, why they're played. It's just more bullshit. Las Vegas Raiders coach Clint Kubiak says injured Ashton Genty is on the mend. Reported by Ryan McFadden, Espen. He was asked about the severity of Genty's injury. If the second-year player will begin the season on the IR, Kubiak simply said he's on the mend. Reports are that he sprained his ankle. Couldn't put any weight on it, so that's a season thing. Dealing with that all year. If he's on the mend and he's got a severe ankle sprain, I wouldn't expect until October. What else do I see here from around the world of sports? The U.S. Open, Serena Williams, Carlos Alcaraz are out in mixed doubles at the U.S. Open. They were ousted by Belinda Bencic and Flavio Cobolli. 5-4, 4-2 on Tuesday. 5-4, 4-1. Let's see. Just looking at what they're saying here. So yeah, they're done. Let me jump to the NFL. Other news and notes from around the world in NFL. I really didn't see anything. Some of the stuff I went over yesterday. So no major news there from what I'm seeing. Jump to Major League Baseball. So news and notes from Major League Baseball. The Cardinals have placed Mason Wynn on the IL. They're recalling backup Nolan Gorman. Mason Wynn will be on the 10-day injured list with a broken left thumb. They will probably put him on even longer than that if he's got a thumb issue. Let's see some of this other stuff. I've already gone over in the last couple of days. New owners for the San Diego Padres. They are thrilled with their family investment, it says here. Don't know what that means. Again, some of this other stuff I've already been through. It's old news. Scores from today. A lot of decent key matchups as far as the wild card go. Right now, bottom of the third, the Red Sox are up and the Marlins 1-0. Bottom of the third, Rays and the Tigers scoreless. Top of the third, Rockies Nationals are scoreless. Bottom of the first, Astros Yankees scoreless. Bottom of the first, the Royals have an early 1-0 lead on the Blue Jays. Also in the first inning, the Brewers, Mets, and the Dodgers Braves scoreless. Later on, Rangers White Sox key wild card potential matchup as far as that particular series going toward. White Sox lead the division. The Rangers are vying for a wild card in the West. 7:40 Orioles at the Cardinals. 9:38 Guardians at the Angels. 9:40 Cubs at the D-backs. Another wild card implicating series. Also, Twins at the Athletics, the Phillies and the Mariners. 9:40. 9:40 p.m. The Pirates, my Pittsburgh Pirates, and the Reds, and the Giants. WNBA. We're starting to get down to it. Scores from yesterday. The Valkyries drubbed the Lynx. 80-66. Big win for the Valkyries. Dream beat the Sparks 78-71. Today, late in the first, the Sun up on the sky 12-6. 8 o'clock, the Fire and the Wings. At 10 o'clock, the Mystics and the Mercury. Didn't see any outstanding NHL news, I should mention. So this is going to be a short show. Soccer, English Premier League. We're going to be heading into week 2. Since I don't have a show tomorrow and my college football preview special 2026 is going to be on Thursday, I am just going to go to the schedule. Oh, today. Let me go to today. There's the Carabao Cup. Shitload of games, by the way. As soon as they come up here. Happy birthday to my sister, by the way. August 25th, 19 June. She is years old. Yeah, the Carabao Cup. Scores from today. Norwich beat Cardiff 2-1. Middlesbrough over Dorchester 2-1. Barnsley over Cruz Alexander 3-2. Sheffield over Blackburn 2-1. Lincoln City hammered Blackpool 4-1. Millwall over Cambridge 1-0. Fleetwood Town blanked Shrewsbury 4-0. Ipswich over Leicester City 3-1. Coventry City over Plymouth Argyle 4-2. Wolverhampton beat Sheffield 2-0. West Ham all over Southampton 4-1. Reading. I don't know what they say over there. Is it Reading or is it Reading? They win 3-0. Stoke City and Hull City 1-1 draw. Tomorrow on the slate for the Carabao Cup, as soon as it comes up here, we're doing the buffering thing. We don't like buffering on this show. Let's try this one more time. Still doing the buffering thing. Bradford City will host Burnley. Newcastle will host West Brom. Tottenham hosts Charlton Athletic. And Preston North End will host Everton. I am not going to pick the scores of these games. Thursday, Carabao Cup. Chelsea will host Luton Town and Fulham host AFC Wimbledon. On Friday, you got the Premier League. It'll be Crystal Palace hosting Man City. I have Man City winning 2-1. Then on Saturday, as soon as it comes up here, Liverpool hosts Nottingham Forest. I've got Liverpool winning 2-1. Bournemouth and Everton, I've got that as a 1-1 draw. Coventry City, Hull City, I've got as a 1-1 draw. Tottenham against Newcastle, I'm going to go 2-0 Tottenham. Then on Sunday, as soon as they come up, the fixtures. Chelsea hosts Brighton. I've got Chelsea winning 2-1. Leeds United and will host Brentford. I've got Brentford winning 1-0. Sunderland will host Fulham. I've got Fulham winning 2-0, and Manchester United will host Ipswich Town. I've got Man United winning 1-0. Then on Monday, Villa will host Arsenal. I've got Villa did not look good the first week. I've got Arsenal winning 2-0. Let's go to Wimbledon, shall we? Let's go to tennis. Anyone for tennis? Daffy Duck used to say. I'm not going to go down all the scores because I'd be here till 10 o'clock. Men's singles today. I'm going to have to go through a shitload of them. Oh, man, there's just too many of them. I'll be here forever. We'll give that a rest. I would literally be here till 10 o'clock if I tried to read all these scores. I know I say around the world in sports. I don't have the voice for it today. Let's see what else. Golf this week. Tour Championship, PGA Tour Championship. They're in Atlanta, Georgia at the East Lake Golf Club. So they are there. TGL, I'm not going to even, I think that's not really that great. The LPGA, the FM Championship in Norton, Massachusetts, TPC Boston. The PGA Tour Champions League will be at the Grand Blanc, Michigan, Warwick Hills Golf and Country Club for the Ally Challenge. Live, they canceled that last tournament of the year. Live kind of in a world of hurt. We'll see what happens with that entire league. I thought it was a bad idea anyway. DP World, the Husqvarna British Masters hosted by Sir Nick Faldo this weekend at the Belfry in Sutton, England, and the Corn Ferry Tour. The Simmons Bank Open for the Schnedeker Foundation in Franklin, Tennessee, Vanderbilt Legends Club. So you had that. So I'm going to end it there. Like I said, I would go over the tennis scores, but again, I'd be here till 10 o'clock. Got to do this. Got to pay the bills. Let me go here. Let me do this. Give me just a second. I should actually have this saved and pulled up so I don't have to scroll back every friggin' time. Let me take my ugly ass off here. Coming up Thursday, because I have no shows tomorrow, on the Red Light Radio Network, it'll be Student Body Right. It's my third annual college football preview special. Break it down for you. I'm going to be having guests on. Let me go down them here. Brian Scott Rippey. I believe he'll be on at 6 p.m. When the show starts. So he will be on at 6 o'clock. Talking Ole Miss football, what he expects out of them this year in the SEC, and I'll pick his brain on who he has coming out of the SEC as the champion and to make the playoff. Then at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mark Johnson, he is the voice of the Colorado Buffaloes. He'll be on at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I will pick his brain about what the Buffaloes may do this year, who he has coming out of the Big 12. Maybe pick his brain about who he has coming out of the Big 12 to possibly make the playoffs. Then at 7 o'clock, Dylan Sin, a good friend to the program. He covers Indiana, Purdue, and Notre Dame. We were not talking about Purdue because they're going to be fugly this year. Pick his brain about Notre Dame and Indiana, where a lot of people have Notre Dame in the national championship game, even winning the national championship game. I'm not going to do any of that until Thursday. I'll pick his brain about Indiana and Notre Dame, what they face, what he thinks they will do, and who he has making the college football playoff from the Big Ten. Or Notre Dame will most likely make the college football playoff with the schedule that they have. Although they have to play BYU and Miami. We'll see how that goes. That's at 7 o'clock. Excuse me. Then at 7:30, another good friend of the program, haven't talked to him in a while, Scott Wright, who covers Oklahoma State. A lot of people, like Oklahoma State, had a season to forget last year. Gundy got fired. I'm a man. Talk to me. I'm a man. You remember that? That was like, what, 17, 18 years ago? I think that was 2007 when that went down. We'll pick his brain about Oklahoma State. Again, Big 12, what Oklahoma State might do this year. Some people have them really, really improving from last year. Let's see what else. 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mr. Jared Kruger. He covers Penn State football, another good friend of the program. Talked to him about Matt Campbell's first year, what he might think Penn State's success will be. And then I'll pick his brain about the Big Ten as well. Some other guests that might be coming on the program, still haven't confirmed. Hoping I can get some more guests on. And then, of course, at the end of the show, on Thursday, I don't like seeding them. It's August. I'm just going to pick the 12 teams that I think will make the playoff. And then I will pick a Final Four. And I will pick the national title game and the champion. That will all be on Thursday from 6 to 9 p.m. here on the Red Line Radio Network. I will be live at the Riverbend Cigar Lounge over there in Florence, New Jersey. If you're local, stop by now, have a cigar, BYOB, or bring your own whiskey or whatever the hell you drink. Stop on down. I may get you on as a guest. Your favorite team. Again, questions, comments, criticisms, all welcome here. As I end each show, practice compassion, practice empathy. A passion for what you do, no matter what it is. Hug somebody every once in a while. You might make their day. Tell somebody you love them. You might not get a second opportunity. And for the love of Christ, if you see somebody struggling in whatever fashion, ask questions. What is bothering them? How can you help? How can you get them help? Because you might not just be saving a life. You might be saving a multitude of lives. Again, no shows tomorrow for me. I will see everybody Thursday night, 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the Red Line Radio Network for my third annual college football preview special. I hope everybody has a fantastic evening. Hope everybody has a fantastic Wednesday. I will see everybody Thursday from the Riverbend Cigar Lounge in Florence, New Jersey. There's only one thing left for me to do, as always, and that's for Dandy Don Meredith to take me out. Have a good night.
Turn out the lights, the party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.
Redline Network introduces our newest partnership, Outlaw Light. Outlaw is crafted for all of the beer drinking patrons of America. They aren't preaching or teaching, their mission plain and simple, to provide a high quality beer at an affordable price. Outlaw is crisp, crushable, refreshing. Available by the case, tall boys, 16-ounce 6-packs or singles. Go to outlawbeer.com to find the nearest can or tavern near you. The Redline Network proudly raises their cans to you. Stay bold, Outlaw.